Ever wondered how to seduce anyone? It's not about looks or memorized lines. True seduction happens in the unconscious mind. What if you could spark desire in anyone without even trying? How to Seduce Anyone is about becoming irresistible without looking like you're trying. Want to know how? I'm about to share the psychological secrets nobody talks about. It's not magic, it's science. Stick around and discover the power of seduction. If you're ready to learn, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's dive in. Seduction starts right now. Tip 1. Seduction starts in the unconscious mind. Seduction isn't just about what you say or how you look. It's about what's going on in the other person's mind. The unconscious mind has the power to guide emotions and desires, often without the person even realizing it. When you understand how the unconscious works, everything changes. Seduction becomes more natural, less forced. And the best part, you don't have to constantly try to be someone you're not. So stay with me because in this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to use this to your advantage. You're starting to see that seduction is more than just appearances, right? Don't worry. Now that you know this, things are going to get a lot more interesting. And this is just the beginning. Let's move on to the next point. Tip 2. The value of rarity. One of the first laws of the unconscious mind is simple. What's rare is valuable. This applies to all areas of life, including seduction. When someone isn't easy to get, they become more desirable. Think about how the luxury market works. Something exclusive, hard to find, automatically becomes more valuable. And in seduction, the goal is to create that rare image. But be careful. Being too inaccessible can have the opposite effect. The key is to find balance so the other person sees your value without feeling discouraged. Ever found yourself wanting something just because it seemed out of reach? Now, imagine being the person who sparks that desire in others. That's what we're talking about here. Building a value that makes others feel like they need you. Tip 3. The power of context. The environment around you can be a huge ally when seducing someone. Context is everything. Have you noticed that advertisers use supermodels to sell perfumes? It's not that the model's beauty has anything to do with the perfume, but the unconscious mind makes that connection. When you're in a nice place, somewhere the other person hasn't been before, you automatically become associated with that environment, and that positive context boosts your value in their unconscious mind. But if you hang out in common places, places everyone goes to, your value drops. Choose wisely where and how you interact with someone. Remember, the unconscious mind will make associations that last much longer than anything you say. Tip 4. Creating positive impressions. Everything you do leaves an impression on the unconscious mind of the people around you. And in seduction, these impressions need to be positive. If you're constantly complaining about life, work, or your situation, you'll be seen negatively. On the other hand, if you're someone who radiates positivity, someone who handles problems with grace and lightness, your presence will be linked to pleasure and well-being. When you're that positive person, your chances of seducing someone grow significantly. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to choose to be someone who adds value, who brings solutions and not more problems. Positivity is super attractive. Tip 5. The power of the gaze. The gaze holds incredible power in seduction. It can communicate more than words. When you look someone in the eyes, you immediately create a deep connection that goes beyond surface-level interactions. The trick is to look in a soft, welcoming way, without rushing. Your gaze should convey confidence and genuine interest, no aggressive or desperate stares. Remember, your eyes are the first step to creating that unconscious connection the other person will hold on to. Have you noticed how hard it is not to connect with someone who has a sincere, welcoming gaze? Now, think about how you can use this to your advantage when you're trying to attract or seduce someone. Tip 6. The herd mentality. Did you know people tend to follow the crowd? This is known as the herd mentality. If you're someone who's popular, desired, and surrounded by friends, your perceived value automatically goes up. People want to be where the crowd is, where there's desire. This means you don't need to be lonely or act like no one wants you. On the contrary, showing that you're socially desired and respected makes you more attractive because subconsciously people think, if they're with someone, they must be worth something. Now think, what can you do to show the world that you're someone others want and respect? The answer is closer than you think. Tip 7. Subtlety and patience. One of the keys to seduction is knowing how to be subtle. Patience is crucial in this process. You don't have to rush things. You can't force the moment or show too much interest too soon. Seduction is an art that requires time and care. You can't rush the process. Being too aggressive can push the other person away. It's like cooking a perfect recipe. It needs time and attention. Think of it this way. Subtlety is what keeps the attraction building, and it's what makes the other person want more without feeling overwhelmed. So, what do you think? Now you have the tools to become someone irresistible, using psychology to your advantage. But remember, true seduction is a journey, and you'll get better with practice. If this video helped you, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and tell us in the comments, which tip are you going to try first? Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video with more amazing secrets. Here, we get into the human mind and transform you into the best version of yourself. See you in the next video.